Hello, want to start by saying good evening and welcome to all India. And today is course please click on that text button below. How we put to consider how we got some things that sample and things that we suppose to can do what we can and other people for to be individuals to get. Those are like to things that we have to tell you then you start. And if we have our mind, it's a product from Nigeria, it's going to be part of the that we tell us about his career and start was that is now as a young man and youth at the same time. So you can be part of the conversation by subscribing to our channel and then stick around till the end of this live streaming so that you can add some values in our life. Hello, Mike, welcome.
Hello, good day.
Mike, welcome to the Inspirational and Motivational Moments with me, Lorenzo, and today is the first time I'm very much happy to see you around. And it has been a very long while that we are trying to shoot up this thing. And thank God for today. We are here and we give God the praise. Mike, you can just introduce yourself and then tell others about what we are about to do here today.
Okay, thank you so much. Like you said, this should have happened a very long time ago, but there's been some situations beyond our control. Okay, my name is Michael Chinemeke. I'm a Nigerian author, actor, and a filmmaker. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm here on this show to talk about myself, and I guess it's over to you, Lawrence.
Mike, welcome again. And I'm here today. You know, in life, most of us African youth, we do believe that without people joining us to support us, we can't make it. And I've seen that you have succeeded a lot in forming an empire for yourself. For example, you are a filmmaker and a producer, and you own a film production also. So it's been a while. So I just want you to just tell us about how you started your career as a young man, as you are having this kind of initiative.
Wow. Um, the thing is just that my story is very big, it's very huge. Like it's the kind of stuff that if I start now to tell the story, we'll probably sleep on this. We'll keep telling the story until tomorrow morning. So, but I'll try as much as I can to just cut it short. Even though I always end up saying too much whenever I say I'll be brief actually. Okay, so let's just say that everything, like who I am today, the kind of person I am today, started when I lost my father. My dad died in 2009. Before my dad died, I was a writer, just write as a kid actually. So, but after my dad died, the thing kind of, made me feel like this is not just about fun anymore. I could do something to help the family. So that was when I started having this mind to get those books published. So I tried, there were just so many things. But then luckily in 2012, I got my first book published. And then it was like, I was actually living with someone then. I was actually living with a teacher. So it was actually like the beginning of me as, let me say, a bachelor kind of. Because after the publication, I started living alone. I, started dreaming big, thinking of things I could do and all that kind of stuff. So from that 2012, 2015, I published two more books. And then in 2015, I established my foundation, Young Author Foundation as of then, which now answers Oric Foundation. So that was actually how, what I started with. And then later in 2018, I also published another book, which was the history of my local government. But then aside from these publications, I also do a couple of things with my organization. What I was trying to do is I was just this kind of person that I'm not really the type that sits down and watch people do things for me. Like I'm not the kind of person that just sits and waits till someone brings an opportunity to me. Most times I like to create the opportunity. I like to create the opportunity because I just feel like these people that do this, they are human beings like I am. So why not do it? So that's just it. So with my foundation, I've been able to help a lot of people publish books for young writers, help some people with their music, put their music on music stores, organize some talent festivals, connect some people to some places and all that stuff. And so while we were doing all this, at a point, I just felt okay. At this point, I should really have like a company, something that will be giving me money for me to start doing all this stuff. So in 2018, I established my company, the Mike Imperium. So we started with clothes manufacturing, which is what I'm wearing right now. Sorry, yeah, that's it. MIC. That's actually my name, Michael Ikechineme. So this is my clothes. This is my brand, amongst many other designs. So, but then from this thing, I'm a student of theater arts, theater and film studies here in Oka, Anambra State, Nigeria. So I've always been passionate about filmmaking as well. So, I kept trying to, you know, be in films. I went to auditions, but then I was not comfortable with what was going on. I just felt, man, is this what I will do all my life? Like, I'll keep going to auditions while it's not making sense. So, being that I'm the type of person that always likes to create changes, I said, man, I'm not going to any other audition. Maybe I'll do this myself. So, 2017, 2018, I got a role to be in an American film, which, because of circumstances, I couldn't make it. It was really disappointing for me. Like, I've deferred my admission. I just really, really thought that I would travel and then be in the film. You can imagine what it means for a young Nigerian, an upcoming actor to be in a Hollywood movie. That's a lot. So I had this mind that, man, this is actually me breaking through into this industry. But then it didn't work out. So it was disappointing. But I've always had a lot of disappointments. And what I try to do is to turn this disappointment into a blessing in disguise. So what I did was, instead of being all disappointed that I couldn't travel, I decided to make my own film here in Nigeria. So that was how I started making movies. I gathered young people together, formed a theater group, and together we have been doing a lot of amazing things. So that's basically how I started.
You see, Mike, for us here in Africa, starting as an author is very, very more difficult because you can't be having the know-how, the knowledge, and the skills, putting it all together to try to make ends meet and to see that you push through your career, but you keep facing the challenges of financing. So, how do you go along with these challenges for having fun to establish your book, publish your book, and then promote your book so that people can have access to it, and then you can see now that book that you have written have created so many impact in a lot of people's life. So we want to know how you go about it, what is the challenges, because there are people out there who are aiming to be the same, who have their dreams all written down in the white and black paper, just to proceed and just to see that they push through whatever they are doing. But we can see the problem of finance and supporting is very, very much more for us in Africa.
Yeah. Okay. So your question is on how I finance these things I do, right?
Yes,
Okay. Well, we all know that funding is a very, very big challenge for young people here in Nigeria, young entrepreneurs here in Nigeria. It's a major challenge. Like if anyone tells you that they don't experience this challenge, then the person is lying. So it's a very, very big challenge for all of us. But then, okay, probably it's going to be funny if I tell you now that how I do my stuff is I take risk. I think that's it. And that's what I'll be telling everybody that is listening to me today. You just have to take risk because there is no way you can just, have it's actually very, very difficult for you to judge. In fact, even if you try to get people to sponsor you, most people would not take you seriously because they don't think that we young people have anything to offer. They would only come to you when they see that you've actually established yourself, like you are now a celebrity, you've achieved a lot of things. Then they will come to you and rip off your, your popularity and all those stuff. So, but for people to actually support you, it's really, really difficult. So, what I do most of the times is, at least I will not advise people to do this, but I am this type of person that I could be planning something, maybe an event, and I would not have 1 naira, but I'll still go ahead and plan it. Sometimes my group, my team members will be like, what exactly, like, how do I do this? And I just tell them that I just like taking risks. I just believe that I'm doing something that is good. I'm doing something that would benefit people. So I always have this belief that no matter what, I will be able to find a way to solve this. So that has been my belief. Like once I want to do something, I don't really look at the financial implications. I don't really look at what it's going to take for me to do that. I just feel like I can do this. I just have to believe that I can do it. And then I just go into it. And then along the line, there will definitely be challenges. Sometimes I will have to go and start borrowing money, to sort out those stuff. And at the end of the day, I'll have to start paying those money. But the essence of all this is that it's not like anyone gives me money to do any of the things I do. I just take risk. I borrow money from people. I do this. I use my own pocket money from the little things I'm doing. But then I'm doing it because I believe that these things are, stuffs that would take me to the place where I want to be tomorrow. So I believe that these little things I do, they may not really be so big. I've done so many things actually. I've done so many things that they were not so big. Some of these things at the end of the day I was owing. Seems like I didn't do anything. But the most important thing is that I can always count back that this was how I started. These were the things I did. And each and every of this thing I did, it has marked, it has, how do I put it? It has been marked that, yes, these are part of my achievements. They lead the way to what I am today. Each and every of the things that I've done so far in the past, they led the way to where I am today. They made me meet a lot of people. There are so many people now in government that I met through some of those projects that I did in the past. These people, they may not give me money now, but the connection, it helps me once in a while. So that's just it. So about funding, I don't have anyone or any special thing I do. I just take risk. I just go into it, because I believe that this is worth doing. But I will not just advise anybody to just take risk like that. Before you take risk, please just check it very well. So you be sure that at the end of the day, you will not, be stuck along the line. Because sometimes there could be ways that sometimes there were events that I do, and after doing this event, I'll be owing so much money. I'll be so devastated, and it will feel like this is the end. Like I'll feel this need to totally give up. I was like, what exactly is this, man? But then at the end of the day, I'll just pick myself up and I'm like, well, I took a risk. And the most important thing is that I've impacted into people. I've impacted into people positively. And that's what matters. I just move on and I keep trying my best. So that's just it. That's basically how I do it.
You see, Mike, it's really touching because for us here, it's very, very more difficult as a young man. And we see you might be having the skills, you might be having the challenges, and you might be having things set aside, but all of our dreams are still in the black and white paper. So what caused me to ask this question is because for us now, most of the young people are very much intelligent and brilliant, and to the extent that most of us are doing things extraordinary in our own two corners. But all we want to see is someone who can boost us up. Because for someone to believe and trust in himself or herself, you will know that you have the power to do that. But you have something that is dragging you down. And seeing you going through all these challenges and then you are still here at a particular moment, it's really hard for us because Africa is a place where we have people who have money who can support us, but if they can't reach us to the time that we need, some of us, our dreams are just buried down here, just waiting for that time to come around and to hit that go button. But what you are trying to say here and what we want to say here together is we want everybody out there watching us to just have the confidence within and have the know and then just that for
Yeah.
yourself. You can see Mike here just told us that he starts by taking up a loan, credit, so that he can start whatever he wants to do, especially after writing book. And you can see it go with a lot of challenges because even for someone to trust you enough to give you that particular money that you need for that loan that you're asking that individual for, it's very, very much challenging. And we want to see someone who can help us. But most of us here in Africa, we are still waiting for that particular person. For me, when I started doing my YouTube journey, I started with nothing and I was having a lot of challenges. And we are seeing so many people going through the same. But because of I have the desire and the dream of becoming what I want to become, I want to excel in doing public speaking and doing some other things that I think it's good for me. I don't look for what people will say. I don't wait for someone to come around and help me. I will just stick around and then focus on what I believe in. Everyone has his own self-esteem that what you believe in is what is your power. We all have the power in us that we should just uproot and see that things happen the way we want it to happen. But for us in Africa, we just sit there and wait for things to happen. We have the restriction that we have now that we can't do it on our own. But look at you here now today. You started it on your own. And now so many people are here aiming at you. There are so many young people out there again want to be at particular big where you are. And you told us that you have visited so many government places and government parastatals because of you just have the hand that you should start and now you started the journey. So you have made it clear for us here that as a young and intelligent youth we have, young people, young generation, we have the dreams and let don't allow our dreams to be just be very down to the mud. Let's just press hard and then kick that to what we think is good for us. And towards the next discussion here, as an author, as you are, I've watched some of the videos on YouTube, I've watched the display. How do you cope in bringing your colleagues, your fellow youth to come together and then shoot a drama like that, or short it, wherein you don't have that some amount of support to spice them up? Because for us here to for you to put young people together, they are aiming at the money. They are not aiming at what is behind the project. They are aiming at the money. See, if you want me to be a cast in your movie, if you want me to be a cast in your on whatever thing you are doing, you need to give me this particular sum of money. So what are the things that you use to bring together young people and then do the things that you have? Hello, Mike. Hello, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry for that. And as I was just saying that you are an actor now and you have gone through so many things. I want to know how do you normally go about putting young people together,
Mm,
especially in the era of where young people like us, for us now we have the mentality
yeah.
that all we are focused on when we have a talent we need to be more serious for whatever thing we are doing. So we need these things and we know that it's very difficult for you to fix up, you young people like you to come around and then do movie with you. So how do you arrange that part of it that you can't spend much, but you can see? I see most of your movies, people have love, people express their passion when acting in your movies. You can see they are doing it wholeheartedly. It's very difficult to see young people like that coming together to do short films. So how do you go about it?
Okay, well, it's quite simple though. I Number one is this. First is to find passionate people. Find people that are passionate with what they want to do. That's it. Just find people that really, really want to, you discover that most of the times when you are like, how will I put it? Okay, let's just say that in Africa, actually, there are lots of young people with different dreams. Many of them want to be on the screen. Like that is their dream. That they just want to be on the screen one day. They watch their favorite actors, their favorite actress, and they be like, man, can this ever be me? So these people are really, really passionate about acting. And all you have to do is to find them. But then it doesn't end at finding these people. The next thing is, what do you have to offer? It's I've had friends that they were like, they will form their own production houses. I've had people that say they are filmmakers, that they make movies. Then they made a post. They would make a post like on maybe Facebook, WhatsApp, ask people to come and act. So people would come because people would definitely come. People really, really want to act. But then when they come and they work with you for the first time and they are not impressed, you will not see them again. So it's all about what you have to offer. How good are you? What, like, people need to see that working with you would help them reach, where they want to go. So, and I think maybe that's just what I'm offering my people here. Now, this was what I did actually. I could have just, you know, gone on with my company, the film company. Whenever I want to make a movie, I'll just, call for auditions. People would come, act, I pay them, they go home. And crew members, I get crew members, I pay them, they go home. But then I was thinking, there are a lot of young people that really, really need this opportunity. A lot of young people that they need the opportunity to grow, to become better in what they are doing. So what I actually did was I decided to form a theater group that would bring people together. So this time around, it's not just about the film company. It's now about young people coming together to work together, learn from each other, to grow together. So that was what I did. I just brought young, passionate people together, and we are all working together, and everybody is there to help each other grow. Sometimes when we want to go on set, you discover that the person you want to play a particular role, is not really good on that. But you don't just tell them, please, you're not good, get out of here. You don't say that. What we do is we try to encourage that person, try to let them know that you can do this. Just go on, do it. That kind of stuff. Try to encourage them. And you see that at the end of the day, that person will be growing, that person will be having the courage, the person will have the courage to do a better job. And next time, the person will be improving. That is it. That is how people grow. You have to keep learning, you have to keep doing practice, you have to keep appearing on set. That is how people grow. So that was how I was able to gather people together. Whenever I want to make my movies, I don't really need to involve anybody. I have my actors, I have cinematographers, I have everything I need to make a movie. And these people are young people. I'm giving them the necessary values they want. We make our movies. I try as much as I can to see that these movies go far. I try as much as I can to see that it is not just a small project, but it is a project that is well packaged, a project that the public will watch and they will have very good positive reviews. So when these people see that you are giving them this positive vibes, when they see that being with you will really help them to become successful in this career, they will stick with you. There is nothing else. It's not magic. So I just feel like people should really, really concentrate more on giving values. They should really concentrate more on using their platform to impact positively. It will draw people, it will attract people. When I actually started the theater group, a lot of people laughed at it. Like, in fact, I'm a student of theater arts, and many of my classmates that I feel, this is their field. They should have been excited to join me in this. Many of them thought it was not serious. They were like, I don't know what they were thinking, because I know I've been doing a lot of things that should really make someone want to be part of what I'm doing. But then they really laughed at it. They didn't take it serious. I was saying, this is free. This is free. Come and join us. They were not taking it serious. Now, by the time they saw the first project we did, everybody were in my inbox. Please, I want to join. Please, I want to join. I want to join. And I told them it's not possible. If you want to join us, you pay. So as I'm talking to you now, to join my group, you pay 10,000 naira. And from Monday to join my group, you pay 20,000. And people are paying because they have seen the values that I'm giving. They are paying. They are begging. Please, I want to join. I will pay because they've seen that being in this group will help you. It will push you forward. So that is it. It's all about values. As long as you're creating values, people will be ready to work with you, give you all their time, the best they could, and everything will move well.
Yeah, that's great. It's really, really not easy to put young people together, especially for us young people who have the thought that we want to make money with our own talent in a very
Yeah.
clever.
Mhm.
So some of us don't even look through the talent we have. We just focus on the money that we want to make it big at this particular time. So for
It's
people
true.
to have the passion to start with you with nothing to have a result, just to express their talent in doing it, it's very more difficult. So you really, really try that, really, really magic that. How many movies have you shoot, and what are the recent premiere that you have in mind after the pandemic?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the first project I did was in January. That's Stranded. Stranded is I did Stranded before I found my theater group. So the director for Stranded was the Secretary General. He is still the Secretary General of the Directors Guild of Nigeria. A very big personality, Uchabo. So Stranded was a very wonderful story. It's a feature film, but it just has two characters. So you can imagine a film that has only two characters in one single location and in one night. For people to actually keep you there for 1 hour and above, then you should understand that it is not an ordinary kind of story. It's a very,
Yes,
very wonderful story.
I was wondering when I was seeing the flyers, the trailer, I
Yeah.
was like, what type of movie is that? It's only two actors
Yes,
at
man,
the
just
same
two actors,
place.
one location. Yeah, and everything in this film happened in one night, in one single night. Everything happened. So that's for you to see that the kind of movies I make. I always like to make movies that are not so common, movies that people would watch and they feel like, man, what is this? So Stranded, within that, at that same place, between those two people, you would see a lot of things. There will be love, there will be hatred, there will be fights, there will be different kind of emotions will be coming in at different times. Let me not give in too many details, but that's the first project that I did. So after the Stranded is not out yet. We are hoping it comes out
Yeah, yeah,
December,
yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, we're hoping it comes out
On
December or
that movie,
January.
what I liked there is that the story was so much disturbing. Someone can't even capture what exactly are
Thank
these people living
you. Thank you.
there.
Yeah, that's the
And,
suspense.
and, and normally when I watch the thriller on your WhatsApp status, I was asking what these guys are doing. You are just seeing aliens like outside there.
Yes.
And what I observed something that you can see a lot of commitment with the cameras, the
Yeah.
directors, everybody was focused and the thing was really, really exclusive. And I was
Yeah.
just waiting for me to just be the first viewer for that movie. But what I love there, you can see everybody was a young and intelligent young man,
Yeah.
and then you can see the commitment on that movie. See, so many people are stick around. Everyone was busy doing his own tasks to see that the movie become a successful. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, because of the COVID-19, you guys decided to suspend it. So I was really,
Yeah.
really waiting for that movie, actually.
It will come out, don't worry. The film will come out. Then, aside from Standard, then I formed my theater group, and we have been able to do 4 movies. Actually, those 4 movies were all supposed to be short films. Hustler, Irreplaceable, Little Things That Matter, and The Web. But then when we were shooting Hustler, we discovered that it was way past, because if a movie is up to 45 minutes, it's no longer a short film, it's a feature film. So we discovered that Hustler is no longer a short film. Hustler is a very wonderful story. Talks about internet fraud. In fact, we actually shot the film. We had American scenes. We had some scenes that were shot in the United States. And definitely very soon we'll be giving some announcements, some very exciting announcement, but I'm not going to say it here. So about Hustle actually. Then we also shot Irreplaceable, a very wonderful story, a love story about survival and all those stuff. Now, Irreplaceable was supposed to be a short film, but we edited it and we discovered it's a feature film. Then we have two short films, Little Things That Matter and The Web. Little Things That Matter, today, many people didn't know. Okay, apart from those that came to the premiere, many people still think that Little Things That Matter is just because they were more concentrated on the kiss. Everybody was watching the kiss that was happening in the film. So, but when you watch the film, you will see it's a totally different thing. The film was passing a very, very important social message, an important message that everybody should really, really, pay attention to. That is why the name says little things that matters. The little things that matters in our relationships. Some people just go into relationships like it's something you just go into, do it and go out. It's not really like that. So this film was trying to let people know that there are some little things, some things we tend to overlook that are very, very necessary, in relationships. So that was it about Little Things That Matters. The web, it was just a crazy idea. A crazy idea just came into my head and I just wrote it down and we shot the film. It's a very wonderful story. Some two guys met a girl on the road, took her in, and the next thing that happened that night is something they did not expect. So these films are all very exciting. Just like you said, the crew members have been amazing. Everybody has been working so hard. In fact, they deliver so, you'd be surprised. Some of these people, some of these films we do, they just get the script like a day or 2 days before the shoot, but they just read the script and the next day everybody is doing their work perfectly. When you watch the film, you won't even believe that these people just got the script some days ago. So though there's still room for improvement because there are some places we need to improve, like our sounds. We need to improve on the sounds, make sure that everything is okay. We need to improve on our lighting, especially when we want to shoot night scenes. Some of these things we're taking notes of them, and definitely we're improving in all our next productions. But they're amazing. There was so much positive responses from the recent premiere we did on the 28th. I decided to premiere three of our short films. Normally, short films don't premiere on cinemas. You just put them on YouTube and you've premiered them. But then I said I'm going to do my own differently. I will do something different. So I put them on cinemas, invited people, and we were sold out. The hall was filled up and people were standing up. It was a very amazing event. And they watched the film, they loved it, they said so many nice things about it. And it was a very big encouragement for us to go back and do more, improve and all that. So
Yeah, it was really, really amazing to take that particular step actually. Um, for us now, we want to know what exactly happened after the pandemic. But before we get into that, we can't be talking here and we don't talk about the situation that you guys had last month, the 20th, the NSAS protest, the Lekki massacre. It was really, really
yeah.
touching. I was following the trend every second. I was watching YouTube for every now and then when I go to YouTube, I see an update of destruction, harassment, police brutality. It was all over the internet. You go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, all of the television stations now have subscribed to just to follow up that particular scene. So I know it has been difficult for you guys to stand and see that you change the face of Nigeria again. So how do you see that kind of things that the youth of Nigeria stick around and then see that they do what it's supposed to do and what they do is for government to hear what they want to hear and their cries. You can see so many of you guys have been through hell. You can see people working miles, celebrity, public figures out there to see that they change the narrative of what the government and for us out there think of Nigeria. Though we lost so many lives, but those that die will always honor them as our heroes because they stand for the right thing, they stand for transformation, and they stand for changes. And now we have known that it has successfully been calmed down, and we are seeing government parasitic attending to some of the needs, and we are very much happy about that. So I want you to tell us how it was there, how was the atmosphere in your state and every other state, especially the Lekki massacre on October 20th.
Okay. Well, it's very sad what's going on in Nigeria at the moment. The problem we have in this country and in Africa generally is corruption. It's sad. Like, it's really, really, really sad watching what's going on. And it's more sad that our leaders do not even care. Like, they don't just care about what we, the young people, are trying to say. They don't want to listen to us. The NSAS protest started after, a special police unit that was created to fight armed robbery started abusing their rights. They left the armed robbers they were supposed to, work on, and they started exploiting from young people. They started killing young people. Once they see you and they see that you dress well, you are well to do, they just tell you that, yeah, you are an internet fraudster, and then they'll take you to the ATM where you have to give them any amount of money that they demand for. So this has been going on for a long time, and each time when we cry, when we protest, the government will say, all right, we're going to end this, and they don't do anything about it. So it's always get to a point where people say, no, enough is enough. So incidentally, this year we said enough is enough after one person was allegedly killed in Delta State. So it's led to, in fact, that was the first time that our celebrities came out together. Like, they came out and said, no, we can't sit back and watch this happen. So the protest started from all over the world, all over the country. And the demand was simple: end this SARS. They are not doing the work they're supposed to do. Then prosecute the officers that have been committing these atrocities. That was very simple. So these are the major things we're asking for. And then compensate the families because a lot of people have suffered from these people. So, but then the government, being who they are, they felt they could just do whatever they want. They just baptized it to SWAT, which I'm still trying to know the meaning. They just copied American SWAT. It doesn't make sense, man. People are telling you that these units are abusing their rights, and you're giving it another name. What's the problem? So when they did that, the youth were still clamoring that it doesn't end at that. You have to actually prosecute the officers that have been doing this. You have to prosecute them. You need to show that you are serious about ending these atrocities, because even if you change their name, they will still come back and continue what they are doing. But of course, what they did was to unleash thugs on protesters. When they did that, they saw it was not working. The next was to call the military, that went and shot and killed so many protesters at Lagos. That day was the one of the most emotional nights that we've ever had in Nigeria. It was really sad, man. Yeah, we are friends on WhatsApp, right? You saw my status that night. It was so emotional for everyone. I was updating my status because I was like, God, what's happening? Like, the depressing part of all this was that these people were holding the national flag. They were singing the national anthem because they believed that once you do this, the soldiers will respect you. But then with the national flag and the national anthem, they were shooting at this protester. Man, it was really, really sad. And it's more sad that even at this point, the government are not even doing anything serious about it. They've not really accepted that they sent soldiers to go and kill people. They've not accepted the fact that they did wrong. What they're actually doing at this point is to freeze the accounts of those that were leading the protests. That's what they are doing at the moment. That just so that they're automatically trying to shut our mouth. They're automatically trying to tell us that they don't care. We can just do whatever we want. They don't care. And that's quite appalling, man. It's really, really sad. But then we just have to keep pushing. Our joy is that it is not just here in Nigeria. The protest has been going on all over the world. And I'm sure that the United Nations and the other world organizations are watching. The world is watching what's going on here in Nigeria. Thank God for the internet, because what would have been our fate if there was no internet? If this thing was not live on the Instagram that day, what would have been our fate? Nobody would know that something like that happened. So, but we know that we're not back down. We are definitely not backing down, because they feel they can just do anything and get away with it. So we are definitely not backing down. We keep raising our voice against injustice. But then most importantly, by the next election, we'll use our voters' card to decide what happens. In fact, we accept that this is our fault. We voted them in. So this time around, we'll show them that we have woken up will decide who rules us from now on. So it's really sad. Our leaders are not trying. They are very, very corrupt. The money they are packing there, it's not enough for them. And I think the reason why they actually started sending thugs before sending the soldiers was because the protest was now moving from end SARS to end bad governance. It was moving to end the so much pay for the National Assembly. Don't be surprised now that our senators, one senator earns enough money that could give all the members of his constituency like 500,000 or 1 million each in a month. That is what one person earns. What one of our senators earn is probably more than what most world leaders earn. I'm being very honest with you. Our senators, they receive allowances for newspaper every month. And for every month, they receive like 500 and something thousand for newspaper. Newspaper that they say 200 naira. They receive 500 and something thousand in a month. They receive millions of naira for hardship allowance. Please, between the senators and the people, who should be receiving hardship allowance? If you go to America, they give unemployment, they pay people that are unemployed. They give food stamp to families. But here we are paying our senators for hardship. They get allowances to change their car every month. They get allowances to change their wardrobe, like some things that are not necessary. So the movement was moving from just end SARS to end all this rubbish. That was why they decided to take that step. But then karma is real. We believe that karma is real. You will finish your tenure and you will come out and join us. That's just what it is. So it's really sad, but then we just have to keep. I'm hoping that people we don't give up here, because what they're trying to do is to demoralize us. They're trying to make us give up on the fight. But I believe that we would not stop, even if we don't protest on the streets again. I believe that we'll keep using the social media to talk about these things. We'll come out and vote in next elections and elect people that at least would respect human life. That is the most important thing. Thank you.
Yeah, you see, it was very, very much disappointing as we face it. For all of us in Africa, our leaders have just been super far for us. Like we are in a kingship situation because we say we are practicing democracy, and we say democracy is the right for the people and for the people by the people. And then you are seeing our leaders, they are just doing what they think is right and then using their power against us as if we are slaves under a king supervision that they do whatever they feel like, do whatever they think is good. Imagine having so many thousands of youth out there just to see that one thing is being transformed. And we see the demonstration was just moving to end bad governance, end police brutality, and so many things we are up at the end of it. And we are seeing a lot of young people out there on the street going for Nigeria to have its glory again. You guys have suffered a lot and it has been a lot of bloodshed here. Imagine when I started seeing young people are being used by the same government as to talk to come around you guys in the frustrate you guys. You can see they come around, frustrate you guys, and then force the police to the extent to see you guys as all dogs. We are just killing it. It was very, very much pity for us. And they are really,
Yes,
really
sir.
killing our Africa for us. But every
Yes,
part
sir.
of Africa, in Cameroon, it was happening there in Cameroon. In Guinea also, they were demonstrating, and the Tango now situation has been calming down. But you see, what we want is for our leaders to be listening to our cry. Let them give us the freedom of saying whatever we want to say. It's all what we need, that freedom of speech, because we can't be quiet for so long and we are getting old every day and we are having our younger ones, our kids, still come and see this same kind of generation of politics. The old folks trying to play on the old type of politics. For me, what I was thinking is that what is our time to try for us new and fresh youth to just go into politics. Maybe we can listen to ourselves. Maybe we can help ourselves. Then allowing old people, the old folks, to still be on top of us, scrambling our money, then destroying our community and the country as whole for us, just to embezzle money. Though politics is not a clean game, everyone can be in that particular position. You can be there and you have a position there. You might be thinking, all I want now is for me to get rich and get rich again. But it's our time for us Africans to share some of our young folks, not only young folks, people that have passion for what they are doing. Because most of the politicians, they are having one aim and ambition, and that is to go into politics and make money, not to seek the interest of the people, to seek the interest of the youth. And you can see in Africa, we are having the highest rate of youth unemployment in every country. And you guys there have suffered a lot. You can see so many youth out there, public figures, celebrities, all of them who are out there trying to make their voice known. You can see the media was so messed up with these things. And when you see people die, I was very, very much sad. And I was crying to the extent, especially the one at Lekki, where I saw so many people are being massacred. And at the end of the day, when governor or whatsoever personnel are media, and they are telling us that it was a Photoshop. That was the thing that pissed me off a lot. I watched the news and they told us that thing was a Photoshop. Imagine people died in the according to some other bloggers, and they were saying that the bullets were gathered after the shooting by the soldiers and the police themselves, so that they will not leave any foreseen evidence there. So at the end of the day, they come out and say all those things that you are saying, it was just Photoshop. It was very, very disappointing for us in Africa. See, man.
Mm, yeah, it's well. It's well.
So we are praying that Africa take us to where we are rightfully belong. And it is not us for now to sit down and allow those old folks taking good advantage of us. And now, as we are discussing here today, as young people and as upcoming generation, it's now time for us to trust in ourselves and then push towards our dreams. Let us have this mentality of waiting for someone to help us. Let's forget about this thinking of who will help us, who promote us, who push us. It's not it will never be easy at the end. It will always be difficult at start. But let us pray that there's always like for them. Because God is challenges in different way ever face. Because for us in Africa, most of us who are suffering now and we want to came out of very poor families, striving to survive in life. It's not easy for us actually. But what I want to say here is that for us to believe in ourselves, just what to believe in, and then focus on our faith and vision. And by doing that, we can transform ourselves. You can see that people are out there, even at us, people are out there saying that things went the way they want to be, things went the way it used to be. For everyone watching us out there, if you know you are getting value from this video, please give us a thumbs up and then hit the subscribe button. And I've been here with Mike. We have been discussing a lot of things lately, and we are discussing about his career as an author, his career as a filmmaker, and it's very, very much exclusive for to see a young and vibrant man pushing through whatever thing he's going through and overcoming those challenges. It's very, very much difficult, and we are encouraging everybody out there watching us that it's not a matter of waiting for who to help us. It's not a matter of waiting for how we can succeed, how we can achieve it. It's not a matter of asking ourselves when are we going to start. You just need to hit the property, just drive. Whatever thing you meet along, you just rush it. You see, you can't be sitting there and waiting for something to happen to you. You can't be sitting there waiting for people to come out at your ear and encourage you people to be just helping you. You don't be a burden anyone out there. Try to focus on your career, focus on your family, and do what you think is very, very much best for you. So I encourage you there. We are here today not to make post of what Michael has achieved, but to motivate you, to inspire you, to tell you that you can do more than what Michael do. It has man now has more of on his own. It's not started with just a little amount of sacrifice that he did, and by doing it out asking for loan, asking for contribution, asking for people to help. But you see, the more people give him love, you can see that he goes through a lot of things that disappoint him, that got him to be frustrated, but he continue to push through and push forward. like here now today is boasting of having a lot of things be set aside to the prayer, and we are seeing a lot of encouragement by his colleagues, a lot of encouragement by people around him. For us, we call it that particular individual that will come around and give us the thank about it. Well done, brother, well done, sister, you are doing well. So let us do what we think we can do and then leave the rest to God. We are way up in our own mind that we are so emotionally tied up. We are so diversified of the things that we are going through, of the situations that we are in. We all come out in an empty form. There is no seed that becomes germinated and then grow up to be fruit on a great tree without eating dirt. That dirt you are seeing there is challenges. You can't plant a fruit, for example, a mango fruit, without burying it down into the soil. And when it gets buried into the soil, it gets rotten. After a while, before germination starts taking place, that is what life is. You can't be a successful individual in a little while or a sprinkle. You must have something behind it. You must have a story behind it. For me, I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot of challenges, and you can see the atmosphere is not conducive for me, but I'm still striving. I'm still trying to see that I hit what I want to hit. I go through what I want to go through because challenges are out there for us. You can't bypass them. You can't jump through challenges. You have to go through challenges. You see, the person challenges are things that we should start giving up at this particular time. This will be very, very much embarrassing and disappointing for us. So we are here or to be admired by people. For every one of us out there, we have people that are watching us, calling us role models, looking at us, and just seeing that we achieve what we want to achieve, and then they can compete for it. But if you have those your dreams, all you have black and white paper, waiting for someone to help you, waiting for things to happen for you. My brother and my sister, those dreams can always die down with you, and they can bury them with you. You can't wait for people to come out. You can't wait for people to say, let's do this, let's do this. You just need to start. You just need to start with whatever thing you have in your mind. Start with what you did. Start with what you have. Start with anything that you did as in your for what's in YouTube, you can see when you want to start a YouTube channel, you might be thinking of having a good camera, having a good lighting, good microphone. But you can see a lot of advices out there. See, just start with what you have. Like what's on the area you are starting today. You gotta start with what you have, not waiting for what people give to you, what you expect from people. It's really, really more disappointing to see that some of us are still waiting for things to happen. But for us here in Africa, we have been encouraged and seen a lot of people nowadays going through what it takes, like Mike here, going through what it takes to see that he achieved his dream of being an author, his dream of being a filmmaker. It might be challenging at the start, but you can see we still try and still aiming at a higher place. So I want to encourage everyone out there who is watching us now that you should start believing in yourself, trust the progress, and never give up along the way. Challenges are meant to happen. Mike, as you can see, I was just complaining on what you have been doing as
Yeah.
a young man, it's not really. I want you to say the word of encouragement that people should trust in yourself, telling them what it takes for as a young man to go through what you have gone through.
Yeah.
Challenges are out there. And challenges are just for us to face it, not to bypass it. We should not
Yeah.
face our challenges.
Okay. First, I want to apologize. I'm so sorry for the short break. Now, I didn't remember to plug my Wi-Fi to light, so the battery died now. So I have to power it a little bit before I could join back. I'm really sorry. I forgot that for a moment. So well, I would always tell people to believe in themselves. I think I'm actually doing all this thing because I believe in myself. That is just it. I don't see myself. I'm a very young person. Though. You can see that. And that probably, when people hear about me and because of the little things I've done, just feel like they will see this huge guy, this very big, I don't know. Whenever people see me, they'll be like, wait, are you Michael? You're Goto? How? But then it's just that I always believe in myself. I always see myself as uh, someone that can do anything I set my mind to. Sometimes that's just like I said in the beginning. Sometimes I start an event that the budget is probably like ₦1 million and I don't have ₦1 in my account. But then I just go ahead into it because I just feel like this is right. I am going to find a way to do this. So you have to believe in yourself first, because if you don't believe in yourself, even if the whole world believes in you, it's not enough. You are the first person that will believe in yourself. You are the first person that will trust yourself. You are the first person that will even support yourself before any other person can do it. So that is the first thing, to believe in yourself, and then to always know that, especially for we Africans, it is never going to be easy for you. It is never going to be easy for you. I have some friends. I've been able to make a lot of friends throughout this my journey. Friends in the United States. I've had friends that they just told me that they want to do one small project and they receive grants, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, just like that, because they have a very nice idea. Who will give you that money in Africa? It's not possible. It is not possible. In fact, if there is even a grant to give out to people, those that are giving the grant to give it out to their siblings, to their brothers and sisters. So that is just it. So in Africa, you must know that it is never going to be easy. You must be ready to face difficulties. You must be ready to face challenges. If you are not if you're the type of person that would get easily, tired, if you just easily give up because of little challenges, then there's no need starting in the first place, because it will not, like, you will definitely have challenges. Sometimes the kind of challenges that will make you even want to kill yourself. It happens, yeah. So you have to be ready to accept these things as the step to greatness. You have to be able to accept your failures as not the end of life, but as, a chance to try again. So that's how I've been doing the things I'm doing. Dream big, pursue your dreams. Just make sure that you are on the right track. That you don't put your hand in things that are not legal. Do it the legal way, and just be ready to take over the world. It just takes a little thing, just one day like this, and boom, you are at the top of your dreams. So I wish you guys the best of luck, successful. I hope you guys, get successful in whatever you want to do. The best of luck. As long as you believe in yourself and you keep working hard every day, it's going to definitely end well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mike. It has been a wonderful session with you. I enjoyed everything, and I hope
Thank you.
we all out there have learned a lot that it's not a matter of time for waiting for things to happen. You must make things happen yourself. And it has always been a pleasure having you around. I appreciate the time that you preserved for you to be part of the show today. I'm very much grateful. Thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you very much. See you around. That was Mike, and we are talking about trusting yourself. There are a lot of people out there who are going through a lot of things, and things have been difficult for them, and it's already causing them to feel disappointed because what they think they should do, what they think they should achieve. But yeah, with you, Mike, we have explained, we have categorized everything into that you can be inspired by Mike's story, you can be transformed by Mike's story. We are all surrounded by a lot of things that will make us be successful individuals. You see, what people normally see that the world is a free market. You have your own initiative, you have your own ideas that you have that can explode the world. Whatever you see in the world now has been initiated and being developed by individuals. It was not God that gave that himself and then do all of the qualifications. Whatever you can see now as technology movement in so many ways, it's all about people coming together with their initiative and ideas, not only sitting down with them, but push through to them. I've been your host, Lawrence Alfred Talker. This is the inspirational motivation and movement to Lorenzo. If you have been part of us since the start of the session, I want to say thank you very much. And if today is your first time, please hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you around next time with another guest. Thank you very much, and bye bye.